Good morning, class, and happy Monday. Welcome to week 2 of Legal and Ethical Practices for School Counselors. Um, Hope you all are done with week 1 and submitted all of your discussion boards. I will be grading those today, so you should be having a grade for your discussion boards today. For week 2, we have a lot of readings to do. So you'll have your chapter readings, which you would want to read chapters 3 through 8. I recommend that you skim through the chapters, look at the main ideas and points, and then there's an additional reading here. It's ethics and duties. I also want you to read that and take a look at that, okay? So just go ahead and skim through the readings for this week, because I know there's a lot of chapters that you have to go through. We do have a week 2 course content, and there's 2 parts to it. So make sure that you are downloading the course content for this week that will complement your readings and your assignment for this week. Okay. For week 2, you have a learning activity, and so this is a real world scenario, okay? And so with ethical and legal dilemmas, we're always going to be providing situations that you may come across as a counselor. So this is a good activity for you to complete, and the scenario is here. So go ahead and read through the situation, and then click on the links below to complete the activity. So again, this is an ethics and legal issues class, so, and how that pertains to counseling. So make sure you, if I were you, I would save some of these scenarios, because as you practice in the future as a counselor, you may come across some of these situations, and these could be good reference points for you. So that's that. For week 2, we have our discussions, and for our discussions, we want so for discussion 2, there's one there. What would you do as a school counselor to avoid being held liable and avoid being negligent while maintaining confidentiality as you deliver counseling services to students, parents, and staff members? And how could ethical issues be involved? So here, what I'm looking for is do your readings before you answer the discussion boards, but I'm really looking for students to talk about how do you maintain confidentiality but still not be negligent to our student needs. So think about that for a minute. There's going to be situations where students are going to come to you and they're going to trust you, and they're going to be like, please, I'm telling you this because I really trust you, and I really need help, but I don't want you to tell my parents. So how would you maintain confidentiality, or need to break confidentiality if it's an issue that requires you to break confidentiality? So frame your discussions around that and give me some examples. So don't be too general. Just give me some examples as well. And also, how would you maintain confidentiality and deliver your services to students, parents, and staff members? And so what are some of these ethical issues that could be involved? So again, give me examples and talk about how you would deal with maintain confidentiality while still providing services to students and all stakeholders involved. Discussion 2. For week 2 is what can be done by school counselors to ensure that all student records are maintained properly, safely, and access those records through local, state, and federal privacy mandates. Okay, so here I would want you to frame your discussion around what is your role as a school counselor to ensure that records are properly maintained and are safe. Here you want to talk about maybe your district, local mandates, state mandates, and federal mandates, so FERPA, So if there's any issues, you want to talk about FERPA more on the state and federal level. Local level, you want to discuss more district policy or policies regarding student records. So I would want to see that framework for your discussion for this one here. Okay. So that is the discussion boards. Now, your main assignment for this week, which will be due on Sunday by midnight, and all your discussion boards and assignments will be due by midnight, okay, on Sunday. So here, you're going to write a 4 to 6 page paper on a current legal or ethical issue as it pertains to a school-related topic. So there's some topics that I provided below. So you have the suicidal student, you have multiple relationships, you have counselor self-disclosure, bullying, confidentiality in the school counseling setting. So I provide some examples. If you don't like any of these examples, you could use your own topic. But just let me know, run it through me, email me real quick and see if it's appropriate. So here you will write a 4 to 6 paper, APA format. You need a title page, no abstract. And you do need a reference page, so because you will be required to cite 5 sources. These sources could be from your textbook, any additional readings that we have provided in the course, or professional journals. Here you want to present your research on the issue. Okay, so what's the research out there on the suicidal student or students, suicidal students? Is there any research? Give me some context, give me some background. Then I want you to describe an ethical conflict centered on that issue. So give me a possible ethical conflict that could arise based on the topic that you chose. Okay? And then I want you to identify the guiding reference from either the ASCA or ACA ethical standards. So I want you to look at the ASCA or ACA ethical standards and reference what standard your topic refers to, refers to actually. Okay? So here, I do want you to look at your book, specifically Stone's 13 Complications or Difficulties as discussed in Chapter 1 of the text as a guide to your thinking. So look at those 13 complications as discussed in Chapter 1 of your book. And I do want you to frame your paper around these complications as discussed in Dr. Stone's book, okay? Again, 4 to 5 pages. I will email you after this recording a example of a paper so you guys could get a reference point and some guidance in regards to how to write and start the paper. Okay? So that's your assignment for this week. That is 15 points. So it's a big assignment. So make sure you submit it on time. No late work. So please, Sunday by midnight, a 4 to 6 page paper. So there you have it. You have your paper, your discussion boards, you have your activity, your learning activity, your lecture, and your chapter readings for this week. All right. Good luck for week 2. If you have any additional questions or concerns, comments, suggestions, or points of clarifications, please feel free to email me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great week and happy Monday. Thank you.